Okay, so let's start with 2 minutes of warm-up. During your warm-up, it's good to focus. Think about what the interval is going to look like. You should remember to exercise consciously. Use your arms, tense your core, and try to keep proper stance. Sadly, my back is a little hunched. I'm not sure if it's life crushing me or I just spent too much time at my desk, but if you can, straighten your back. I recommend keeping your stance as healthy as possible. The genius of HIIT training lies in the fact that it is very short, very intense and stimulating. Interval training causes oxygen debt, which means that after training, your organism, while restoring its balance, keeps burning more calories. This workout is slightly different than the ones I've shown in my other videos, where I used worse ellipticals and I couldn't apply much more resistance. Intense intervals are all about getting as tired as possible, engaging all possible muscles, so the elliptical I'm using now allows applying some serious resistance. This is a commercial class piece of equipment, and if you have such a machine at home, I recommend using its full potential. Now you will see something you rarely see in other HIIT workout videos. I mean, once I set resistance to maximum, I will start going way slower. So what is my point here? I have seen many videos online showing interval training where after applying maximum resistance, athletes ran as fast as they could. Your speed has no big impact on your training's intensity. The key is resistance, and only if you cannot apply any more, then you increase speed. The goal is to get super tired. Here, as I apply plenty of resistance, I just have to slow down as it gets hard to move the machine at all. This relates to the concept of very slow execution of very intense exercises. The thing is, if we perform certain moves very fast, we tend to do them sloppily. We miss out on technique, we lose focus, and can't keep up with our pace. We end up with a tiring but not very effective training. It is difficult to make mistakes during these slow movements because I go very slowly and this exercise is very strenuous. Thanks to this, I follow all principles of HIIT workout, at the same time maintaining proper technique. But in order to do so, I need at least a decent machine. Firstly, because I need to apply so much resistance. Secondly, the elliptical has to be stable so that it can push on one swinging arm and pull the other one. The machine needs to be rigid and made of good quality materials. As far as HIIT workout principles are concerned, they are all present here. We have the first intense phase and the longer rest phase, when I start to move a little faster and lower elliptical's resistance. I focus on most important features of HIIT workouts. I keep my whole body engaged, I work with my arms. In my opinion, it is very important to use your arms very strongly and avoid only using your legs. Thanks to this, we not only engage our upper body, but also our core muscles. Since we have to maintain balance, our legs work normally, our arms are engaged as well, and the core pins it all together. If you've seen people doing HIIT workouts on elliptical without engaging arms, or holding the non-swinging arms, in my opinion, they didn't do it well. I view it as half training. If we agree that HIIT workout should be very intense, by definition not using your arms makes it incomplete. If you want to perform a HIIT workout well, you need to engage your whole body. Coming back to pedaling speed, in my previous videos with HIIT workouts, you could notice I moved a little faster. That was due to the fact my elliptical didn't offer more resistance. It is important to use it if you have the possibility. The slower you move, the more precise your movements are. What's interesting about proper HIIT workouts is the fact that the rest intervals should actually be measured slightly differently. That is, until full recovery. This means we should only begin new work interval once we feel we are fully rested and ready to exercise. These rest periods will get longer as your training progresses because it will take your body longer to be ready for maximum workloads. The workout you're watching now is a simplified version because my rest periods are rather similar in length. I do it so that people find it easier to exercise along with me. Ideally, you should train with a heart monitor and make sure your heart rate drops to a stable, lower value. In my case, that would be around 120 BPM. Another thing worth adding is the fact that during HIIT workouts, the maximum workload should be really maximum or sub-maximum, that is, to the point where you get dizzy or nauseous. In fact, if this training is to be efficient, you should get really tired. If you are not extremely tired, this means your HIIT workout has not been performed well. After a good HIIT workout, all I can do is sit or lay down for a few minutes and rest. I have no power and no will to do any other exercise. I often don't even feel like eating. These are all signs of a well-executed workout. The last thing in this video you should pay attention to is my position. Notice that my upper body leans forward as if I were about to sprint. Notice that I actually place my midfoot on the pedal at the very back of it. My heel is raised to make pedaling easier. This is the proper way to train. If you've heard the myth that your heels should always remain on the pedals, I want to tell you this is nonsense. Heels should be raised, especially when performing high-intensity trainings. Last one bit on the HIIT workout itself. In my opinion, such training should be added to your workouts when a regular cardio training simply stops working for you. Let's say you have trained for like 6 or 8 weeks trying to lose weight, and then you notice your progress has stopped. You train more, spend more time training, but there are no effects. This is the time to introduce HIIT workouts. This way, you surprise your body with something new, something more intense. You might have learned some sports-related truths a while ago, like you should train 3 times a week for 30 minutes at the pace of 130. Maybe it made sense in the past, but now, as science has developed significantly in this field, it is worth adding some variation to your routine. It is also worth being up to date, knowing how to combine different trainings and how to work out to achieve best possible results. If you want to learn more, feel free to ask me in the comments section below and check out my blog. You will find the link in the description of this video. There, you can learn a lot about machines and how to use them. One more thing, I hardly ever mention the readings of the console because they mean nothing to me. Whether the display says I've burned 100, 200 or 500 calories makes absolutely no difference to me. And this data isn't even real. This concerns both regular workouts and HIIT workouts. Remember that a lot of the work related to HIIT workouts actually happens after training. The oxygen debt gets paid afterwards as we are resting and our body regains its balance. So all the programs and all additional info your console shows have no real use in everyday life. Just train wisely, according to workout plans. If you can't prepare one on your own, feel free to ask. Take care, goodbye.